Yeehaw! G'day, g'day. How you going? What do you know? We'll light a bong. G'day, g'day. And there you go. When you say g'day, g'day, g'day. That's the Aussie way. Just say g'day, 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 and light a bong. Hey, Legendz, g'day. I got something to show you what happened in Australia today with three or more of me favourite channels. Big love. And by the way, May 8th is Mate Day. Happy Mate Days. God bless ya. Ripper Billy. Let's roll with Danger Dan.
The AstraZeneca COVID vaccine is being withdrawn worldwide after the pharmaceutical giant admitted it causes a rare and dangerous side effect.
You don't say.
AstraZeneca admitted the claims in court documents lodged in February. Parent company Vaxzevria has come under intense scrutiny in recent months over a rare side effect which causes blood clots and low blood platelet counts.
You don't say.
AstraZeneca told the court that it can, in very rare cases, cause clots in the kidney.
You don't say.
What I can announce today is that from tomorrow, 9 of those 50 clinics will offer AstraZeneca vaccine to 18 to 39-year-olds.
It causes a rare and dangerous side effect.
The doctor will take them through the risks, take them through all the different issues that they need to consider.
Cause clots in the kidney.
There's a lot written and a lot said about people being hesitant to get the jab. That's not the experience that I'm seeing. It's not what I'm picking up on.
Melbourne's protest movement refuses to slow down. City streets have been swarmed as tens of thousands rallied against the state government's proposed pandemic bill and vaccine mandates.
There's a lot written and a lot said about people being hesitant to get the jab. That's not the experience that I'm seeing. Put it to you this way, there are some people who are threatening me, they're threatening my family.
There is no lockdown, and you know why? Because instead of cuddling up to anti-vaxxers, we have said no, you must get vaccinated.
You miserable little son of a bitch.
That's just not fair.
Thanks, Danger Dan. And the next one we're going to look at is from Sky News Australia about the Queensland Anti-Discrimination Laws Bill which got passed. I didn't know about it. None of my mates knew about it. But we're all going to find out this is absolutely bonkers. Crikey. Australia, fair dinkum, mate. Pull your bloody head in. Friggin' lefties. Let's roll.
Rules are who adhere to their values. So you can call it discrimination, but it's not. It's the right to select people to associate with you who share your worldview. Specifically, Queensland want to ban religious schools from hiring any staff with consideration to their marital status, their sexuality, their faith. So you can't even consider whether they're of the same faith or of their gender identity. And so you've got 18 key religious leaders from the Christian, Muslim and Jewish traditions. They've written this letter to Stephen Miles. And get what Stephen Miles' response was in the paper today. He said, and I quote, he appreciated their efforts. Wow, talk about dismissive. He appreciated their efforts. They'd written a letter and he was impressed by that. But he then referred to his Industrial Relations Minister, Grace, who said, we got the letter, but we will push on anyway. So they've given zero consideration to this letter, the same as they gave zero consideration, really, to any opposing views to the legislation. They allowed less than a month for public consultation for this. And I should point out the Industrial Relations Minister, Grace, 2 years ago when City Point Christian College in Brisbane just asked parents to sign a document agreeing that they understood, not that they necessarily agreed with, but they understood this is a school that teaches biblical worldview on sexuality and gender. And Grace threatened to remove their funding. There was a huge haboo about it. And Grace at the time made this personal. She said that she had a non-binary child, and as a parent of a non-binary child, she would find it, quote, very distressing and unacceptable for that sort of ethos to be at a school. Well, no one's forcing Grace to put her non-binary child at City Point Christian College, the same as no one's forcing anyone to go to a Christian school. All we're asking as Christians, Muslims and Jews is allow parents of that persuasion to educate their children in the faith of their choosing. And if you don't like that, there's plenty of public schools.
No, Mac, all faiths must be annihilated in favour of the state's faith, which is, of course, completely godless, but it is their agenda, whether it's LGBTIQ, whether it's climate change. You can just keep adding to the list there. Nothing can be superior to that. Even these religions that are thousands of years old. No, that is completely unacceptable. Everybody else must change their ways and succumb to what we want to make the new normal. It must be preached across platforms. You can see where this is going. And let's all pay attention to the fact that this is on a state and federal level. So if they can't get you one way, they're going to get you another way. Remember when we said the same thing about The Voice? It was clearly failing in the polls. It was then recognised this thing is never, it has a snowflake's chance in hell of getting up. But each of the states had already implemented their path to treaty of sorts. And even since the referendum was a complete failure, they have all forged ahead. The disdain with which these Labor governments treat everyday people and what we want and what we even make very clear with regard to our votes, they don't care. They are going to do their own thing. How did we get to this point in this country that we are now begging our governments to allow us to practice our faith?
Crikey. Let's have another one, shall we? From Sky News. Thanks, mates.
Caleb, you've got the Herald Sun, and of course the big story there is the state budget.
Indeed. I was going to say it's a bad day to be a Victorian, but, you know, that's almost every day. Apologies to my Victorian friends. I did once live there, but I fled the place. The Herald Sun tomorrow, 2024 State Budget Special Edition. Debt again soaring to $188 billion, $26 million daily interest bill, election promises broken, hits to new hospitals, sick pay, mental health, free pre-prep, an airport rail link, but staggering spend on suburban rail loop going ahead. That thing is worth $216 billion, by the way. Dire debt loop is the headline. I mean, $188 billion worth of debt. That's $67,000 for every household. You've had broken promises. They've cut back on so much spending. They've instituted all these debt recovery measures, blaming it on COVID. They're jacking up your land taxes down in Victoria. On and on and on it goes. They've added $47 million worth of debt every day since May last year. The state of Victoria is dead set broke.
But of course, Caleb, it's not their fault. See, they were the only state in Australia, in fact the world, that had to deal with COVID. Have listened to the Premier, Jacinta Allen.
Do you feel any sense of guilt for the future generations who are going to be paying this off for decades to come?
Well, of course, Tom, as you and your viewers would be absolutely well aware, during that period of time, we worked through together the global pandemic, and during that period
I understand that,
time,
Premier, but just to jump in there...
we used the strength of our balance sheet in order to provide support to Victorian families
that, but COVID's not going to be an
and
issue.
this is not something that we can...
For the next 4 years, debt goes up another $70 billion.
And we use the strength of our balance sheet during that period of time. And what we have recognised in this budget is that we have made a range of sensible and disciplined decisions. We have in place a new fiscal strategy.
Yeah, how's the strength of your balance sheet now? By the way, the church bells in the background, I presume that's for a funeral, probably hers.
I was going to say for whom the bell tolls, hey?
But I mean, they're so in debt, and yet they've announced a $400 credit for every school child. That'll cost $1 billion. For that.
No.
So, well, just put it on the credit card. If you're in, $188 billion worth of debt, what's another billion? And that's pretty much the way they've operated.
And how does this not play into inflation? I mean, it's just more and more spending. If you don't like what you're seeing in the Victorian budget, Victorians, just remember that no government can tell you they don't have the money, right? Budgets are just all about priorities. And when they release a budget, they're telling you we're there, not yours.
No, you tell her I'm too busy to speak at this DVD rally. I've got Prime Minister stuff to do. Hey, Albo. Oh, hey, everyone. What's going on? You're waiting to see Andrew Giles as well. Why don't you take a seat?
Let's get straight into it now. One Nation leader Pauline Hanson joins me. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Look, let's compare the response from the Prime Minister and Peter Dutton to Monday's alleged terrorist attack. Have a listen.
We are a peace-loving nation. This is a time to unite, not divide as a community and as a country.
An act of violence in a place of worship is completely unacceptable in our country. It doesn't matter whether you disagree vehemently with a priest or with an imam.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Oh, I thought I paused. Crikey. Let's roll.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very important press conference for Australian renewables. Now put your hands together for Anthony Albanese, Adam Banton, Chris Bowen. Today we're investing even more money into renewable energy. Thank you very much. Mr Albanese, what do you say to the crazy cookers that think this isn't a reliable source of energy? Please, I'll take this one, Albo. Look, as the Minister for Climate Change and Energy, I can say with absolute certainty this technology is reliable. Oh no, Chris Bowen! Get him an ambulance! There's no time! Quick, get in the Tesla! We can rebuild him. We have the technology. Albo, what's going on? You're going to live, and you'll be 100% renewable. Oh, wow. So like the $6 million man, well, more like the $6 trillion man, but that's a small price to achieve this. The net zero bot. Zero bot. Do you get it? Chris? Do you get it? Chris? do now? Don't worry. We'll just switch him over to battery storage. Alright, I'm back. Thanks a lot. Out of juice already? Okay, we'll have to switch over to auxiliary wind power. Alright, look at this, I'm back. Harnessing the power of the wind. Now, let's go save the world. No, maybe we should just try on a day that's not so cloudy and still. Ah, damn it! No, what are we supposed to do now? Bowen keeps blacking out. Don't worry, Adam Bant. Luckily, I installed this little backup plan. A combustion engine. Oh, where are we supposed to get something to burn? Something we always have an endless supply of. Taxpayer money! I feel renewed! Excellent. I think we're ready to roll out the net zero bot and make the transition. Yep, and if all else fails, all we have to do is stuff more money into Bowen. Let's go! We did it, Albo! The whole country's officially transitioned. All our homes and businesses, our hospitals, and all our critical utilities, all powered by the net zero bot. And all it took was an endless supply of public money. What's going on? Oh no! No! Where's my taxpayer money?
Oh, good work, Elbow. You've officially killed the economy and left us all without power. What a bloody mess.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Senator Hanson, but I guess it's not like anyone predicted this exact scenario happening.
I did. I constantly warned you about how much money you were burning to keep the stupid net zero bot thing alive.
Oh, but we had no alternative.
Yes, you did. Here.
I feel so reliable!
Well, that's a first. Elbow, you take this coal and you use it to give Australia the cheap and reliable power it needs.
Oh, but what are we supposed to do with all this taxpayer money?
You could invest some of it into something that's actually viable, like nuclear power.
Oh, yeah?
But whatever you do, stop shoving taxpayer money up Chris Bowen's clacker.
Yeehaw! Thank you, Pauline Hanson, for what you do. Vote One Nation. Hey, mates, I thought I will throw in that lefties losing it one. Why not? Check out Rita. She's funny. She can take the piss really, really well. God bless her. Let's roll. Thanks, Rita.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. Time to check in on Vice President Kamala Harris, or should that be Mamala? Here she is, asked about Hamas and a ceasefire deal, but her response is shrimp and grits. I wish I was kidding.
Madam Vice President, Hamas has accepted a ceasefire deal. Hamas has accepted a ceasefire deal. Your reaction? What are your thoughts on Hamas accepting a ceasefire deal?
She said shrimp and grits. If you wanted to know shrimp and grits, that's full quote there. Wow. Now to another Democrat woman doing the sisterhood proud. I'm just kidding. It's another embarrassing lefty losing it. Take it away, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, with this wildly racist comment.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word a computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world to open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions.
She thinks kids in the Bronx don't know what a computer is. Has she been to the Bronx? I mean, talk about the bigotry of low expectations. Gross. But of course, it's not just the Democrat women disgracing the party. The fish rots from the head, and President Biden and his weakness on pretty much everything from foreign policy to protecting America's borders is the main issue facing America. And who better to sum up what is happening there than Senator John Kennedy from the great state of Louisiana?
Biden, with respect, he is old, he is weak, he knows he has to have the Hamas wing of the Democrat Party, to be reelected. He's scared, as my dad used to say. He's nervous as a pregnant nun.
Succinct and accurate. Before we bring you some local lefties losing it from right here in Melbourne, let's see how our favourite trans activist Jeffrey Marsh is doing.
Oh, this freak.
Joy, so much trans joy. To Melbourne now, and the hostility Jewish students are facing on college campuses. Watch this young man at Monash University, draped in the Israeli flag, sitting still on the ground, not saying a word, while lefty banshees have meltdowns all around him. He reportedly sat there for 2 hours, suffering all sorts of verbal abuse from the love and tolerance mob.
And that's what we're doing right now. This man needs to leave immediately. And you people, every time you dare to show your face, you Israeli-loving genocide supporters, we will be here. We will not leave.
Isn't it nice of them to hold their speaker right by his ear? Yes, charming lot. Now to another funny moment from the roast of Tom Brady. Of course, he wasn't the only one roasted. Watch as Andrew Schultz goes after UFC boss Dana White.
For Dana. Dana's put more immigrants in cages than U.S. border policies. Dana is a skinhead genius. He found a way for minorities to beat each other up.
Isn't it great to see something actually funny and non-woke on Netflix? More please. And while we are enjoying satire, let's have a look at the work of this comic, Lyle Culpepper, mocking the college campus soy boys.
As you know, most of the encampments at UCLA have been torn down. There are still some survivors, and we desperately need humanitarian aid. We need water bottles. We need vegan food. We need gluten-free bagels. We need banana-free bananas, if you have them. Stop it. Stop. We need first aid kits. If anybody has enriched uranium, that would be super helpful. Or weapons-grade plutonium. If you have a free-range rocket launcher, we need a rocket launcher. If anybody has those old SS uniforms from the 40s, we need those. We need wheelchair-accessible paragliders for some of our disabled comrades. Oh, guard towers. We need guard towers. If anyone's been to Poland and they can get their hands on some guard towers.
Really hope he got his hands on some of those banana-free bananas. Now, regular viewers would know I love the great state of Florida, and when I see videos like this, I like it even more. The police down there in Florida have started doing some post-arrest content, and it's as good as you can imagine. Here is the sheriff from Polk County.
So we extracted him from the vehicle. He's not a sovereign citizen, but he's from New York. And that's what he told us. Florida law doesn't apply to me. I'm from New York. Well, he found out that Florida law does apply to him. He went to jail. He fooled around and found out, you know, FAFO.
Fucked around and found.
You can also use other words if you want to. So he's in jail for being stupid. So if there's those out there that think they don't have to comply with the law and don't have to listen to the lawful request of a law enforcement officer, you too will get a ride to the county jail.
FAFO lessons right there. Not to be outdone, St. Lucie County are also bringing us some 24-karat gold.
St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson. Earlier today, Elijah thought he's going to drive through St. Lucie County in a stolen vehicle and get into a car crash, working closely with the Florida Highway Patrol, not only on the sea, but on land. Elijah's now in custody. Our message is this to criminals.
Not in St. Lucie.
Not in St. Lucie, Elijah, not in St. Lucie, but the other counties will have to bring their A game to outdo Santa Rosa County. This is one of the best places on earth, the Florida Panhandle, and homemade invaders there are an endangered species.
His bond's $157,500, and I want to say, as to the person, we don't know which homeowner shot at him. I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually.
Yeehaw!
So whoever that was, you're not in trouble. Come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday, and if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money.
Now, you can't explore the world of lefties losing it without encountering dangerous levels of cringe. So keep that in mind. Offering from Harvard medical students.
Oh, no.
My nose, but my nose ain't eating. Spaced repetition, give me something to believe in. Pass all my tests, but I just skim the reading. In the food chain, we're the ones that eat it. Harvard Med, ain't no bottom feeder. MD stands for my demeanor. Ask permission before I ever greet you. Does it radiate? Does it come with strain? Scale 1 to 10, can you rate the pain? When I knock the door, you ask who is it? You can check my code, it'll spell my name. Ah. Yeah.
Oh,
You're
no.
messing with some Harvard MDs. Found my best friends for life from this Harvard MD. Giving everything we got for this Harvard MD. Now from the top, make it drop. Come get your Harvard MD. You got your offer. Now say yes to this Harvard MD. We're talking doc. That's a Harvard MD. You deserve the spot you got. Future Harvard MD.
There's some dogs in this house. There's some dogs in this house. There's some dogs in this house. There's some dogs.
Dogs.
I think what I took out of that is to never get sick. And Columbia medical students have also joined in this trend.
Oh, no.
Let's come slow. Really gotta come up to New York. Bring meds over here. No words, don't ask here. Bring meds, you've arrived.
Your future health service. Your future health service. What's this? Oh, mate. Hey, we should wind it up. We got to wind it up with one of me favourites. We'll wind up with Aussie Fan Channel A and then a song. What do you reckon, mates?
You didn't see that on mainstream media here. You don't see anything about ginormous protests. Tell you who is very much sick of mass immigration from Muslim countries, and that is
Ordinary Aussies.
Ireland. Check out the get-together they had on Monday.
Like the rest of you here today, I have come to the unfortunate realization that we've all been placed in an abusive relationship with the Irish government. Ireland holds a very special place in the hearts and the imagination of the world. Ireland is more than just another European country. I can tell you from personal experience, having lived here for over 20 years, that the Irish are the most welcoming, funny, charming people you could ever meet. Irish people are not hate-filled, racist, bigots, homophobes, Irish media tries to gaslight you with. It's the sacred duty of all of us who cherish this land, whether natives or guests, to realize that we are in grave danger. Mass immigration is one of the most pressing issues facing Ireland. We don't need a poll to see that Ireland has taken in far too many migrants.
They're talking about the ruling party in Ireland, saying
It has been revealed that Australia will experience a surge in migration, with arrival figures hitting an all-time record over the next 2 years.
they're traitors, and indeed they are if you're Irish and you've seen what's happened to your country over the last 3 years. Here's GB News, which was the only media outlet in the UK to cover this massive demonstration.
It is overflowing, according to the population here. They're saying no more immigration, we can't take any more. And this has been going on for years and years, but over the last 2 years, I've been very much covering it. The people here behind are really saying, look, Ireland is Irish, and our culture and social status is being eroded because of the mass migration or immigration into Ireland. And they have come out in their thousands today to protest about it.
And the weaponisation or attempt to weaponise
Misinformation and disinformation.
But of course, you didn't see that on mainstream media here. You don't see anything about ginormous protests that happen actually quite frequently in many European countries as well as the UK, as natives rise up and say,
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese gets stuffed loser.
"We don't like what you've done to our country. It's unrecognisable. Cut it out."
And we need a better government.
Thanks, Aussie Fan Channel. Thanks, Sky News. Pauline Nation. God bless you, Pauline. Vote One Nation. And thank you, Danger Dan. Hey, mates, wishing you well. If you made it this far, you're a legend. God bless you. Let's have a song, eh? Pull your rigs out. Grab another beer. We're going to finish this after this song. Cheers, mates. Wishing you well. And if it's your birthday in May, happy birthday. Hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. Christ is King. God bless you.
I hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. Flying high through them clouds, knowing I don't have to ever come down. I'm rolling up a J, just in case today's the day. I hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. All of us to use a little piece of heaven to take away your blues. I know I'm far from perfect, and I'll call a sin a sin, but I feel closer to the Lord every time I breathe it in. Hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. Flying high up through them clouds, knowing I don't have to ever come down. I'm rolling up a J, just in case today's the day. Hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. I can't wait to talk to Moses about the Red Sea and the plague. Bend Jonah's ear, hear about living in a whale 3 whole days. Get old St. Pete to show me the pearly gates and the golden streets. Well, you can bet I'll be good and ready to sit down at the feast. I hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. Flying high up through them clouds, knowing I don't have to ever come down. I'm rolling up a J, just in case today's the day. I hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. I bet Bob Marley's mansion has a garden in the back, and he's growing something special, some celestial homemade hash. We'll sit out on his porch, we'll listen to the angel band. Till then I'll sing, I'll fly away with a fat one in my hand. I hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. Flying high up through them clouds, knowing I don't have to ever come down. I'm rolling up a J, just in case today's the day. I hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home. Yeah, let's roll ourselves a J, just in case today's the day. I hope I'm stoned when Jesus takes me home.
Big love, mates. Wishing y'all a beautiful, peaceful, healing days every day. And don't forget, Legendz, check out the 420 mob on YouTube and share the love. God bless you. Cheers, mates. Hippie Mate Day.